There is a power within each one of us that when we learn to use it, to develop it, it can really help us fulfill an amazing promise from Scripture. And the promise is this: when you pray, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Therefore, if we begin to use the power of our imagination to get in touch with the feeling of what will be like if I have that thing that I'm praying for or that I am desiring, it will really expedite the process of us having it. There was a story of this man in concentration camp back in the World War II. He was surrounded by people who had no hope. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. It was just, nothing to do. But he decided, without knowing anything about the law of attraction or the law of creation, how our thoughts produce our future reality, he decided one day that he was going to start, right before he went to sleep, he would begin to envision himself on this beautiful city here in the US where he had visited before. So he would just lay down there, and for about 30 minutes, he saw himself walking in the streets of this town, going to the different stores, taking transportation. He saw himself renting a new place there and living in that city, and on. Every night he would spend doing that just out of leisure. And a few weeks later, in what appears to be a miraculous way, he was able to escape the concentration camp. And several months later, he was given the opportunity to actually go and visit the city that he has been dreamed about it. Eventually, he was even able to move to that city. Now, the power of imagination sometimes can be also used to harm ourselves. I remember several years ago, before I have a better understanding of metaphysics and the law of attraction, I used to think and believe that when something really bad happened outside in my life, that the best thing that I could do was to begin to entertain the worst case scenario movie in my head, thinking that by doing so, I would be better prepared if something bad really happened. What I didn't realize is that when we begin to entertain the worst case scenario movie again and again in our own head, what it does is it raises up the level of fear and anxiety within ourselves, which actually blocks our ability to receive guidance and inspiration from within ourselves. As I begin to deepen in the study of metaphysics and mysticism, one of my favorite books of all times is The Way of Mastery. And there is this exercise which is about 5 minutes a day, which he recommends. And the exercise is this: to sit for 5 minutes every day, imagining what it would be like if we were already the Christ. The reality is that Christ already abides within ourselves. And so the shortcut for us to experience this presence is to actually feel as if it's true right now. So I'd like to encourage you, the audience, to begin to incorporate on your daily routine the power of imagination of what it would be like to realize your oneness with the source of all things. What it would be like to feel supported by life, to feel loved by life. What it would be like to know that you have dominion over all your own creations. What it would be like to be the light of the world. When we begin to explore the feeling of the vibration, what it would be like being there already, we actually expedite the process of our own spiritual awakening. So I encourage you to develop and exercise this power within you, the power of your imagination, to imagine what it will be like to fulfill all your dreams. Thanks for watching. Namaste.